Regular season is coming.
The regular season has come. The regular season has come to an end, and playoff football is upon us. Tonight, the Warwick Warriors look to continue their unbeaten season, but the New Oxford Colonials have other plans. Who moves on to the District 3 5A Championship? Find out next on Blue Ridge 11.
It's Friday night and Blue Ridge is coming to town. The lights are up, the game is set. It's time for high school football on the Ridge.
And welcome into Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. Another warm November evening as we've got the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championship here on Blue Ridge 11. A pair of unbeatens in the Warwick Warriors and the New Oxford Colonials. The regular season has come to an end, and playoff football is upon us. Tonight, the Warwick Warriors look to continue their unbeaten season, but the new Oxford Colonials have other plans. Who moves on to the District 3 5A Championship? Find out next on Blue Ridge 11.
It's Friday night and Blue Ridge is coming to town. The lights are up, the game is set. It's time for high school football on the Ridge.
And welcome in to Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. Another warm November evening as we've got the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championship here on Blue Ridge 11. A pair of unbeatens in the Warwick Warriors and the new Oxford Colonials. Good evening, everybody. Eric May alongside Mike Straub. Thanks for joining us. We already know one half of the bracket is set. The Governor Mifflin Mustangs, a winner a night ago, will take on the winner here tonight. But, Mike, we're going to focus in here on a couple of 1,000-yard passing quarterbacks.
Yeah, how fortunate are we? A couple of unbeaten teams a season like this and a couple of seniors who can really sling the ball around the field. For New Oxford, his name is Connor Beans. Better than 1,000 yards through the air through 6 games, 9 touchdowns compared to 4 interceptions, and a QBR hovering around 86. For the home team, the multi-sport star Joey McCracken, more than 1,100 yards through the air, 11 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and a mighty impressive QBR of 133. And how fortunate are these guys with all the weapons around him to give another chance to perform right here on the home turf tonight. Eric, we're fired up for this one.
And indeed, the Governor Mifflin Mustangs take on the winner here tonight, New Oxford and Warwick. The opening kickoffs coming up next on Blue Ridge 11. Back into Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. We are set for kickoff. Warwick kicking off left to right, and there you see Jason Warner, the head coach at New Oxford. And boy, what a turnaround Coach Warner has done for the Colonials. He was the interim head coach back in 2015, became full-time head coach in 2018. And just get this is what New Oxford has done in the last couple of years. They were 0-10 in 16, 0-10 in 17, 3-7 in 18, and now back-to-back appearances in the District 3 playoffs. So quite the turnaround for Coach Warner and the Colonials. And there you see Bob Locker in his 20th season at Warwick. Opening kickoff is going to go out of bounds. Tanner Haynes back in the lineup again, but it will be the Colonials getting the ball 1st and 10. And as we showed you in the open, Connor Beans, senior quarterback, putting together
35, first down.
Really nice senior campaign, 1,052 yards. He's completed 57% of his passes, 9 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And Connor getting a look at a number of colleges, mostly D3, Lebanon Valley, Albright, Widener, Delaware Valley. So he's going to have his pick of a number of schools to continue on at the next level. 1st and 10, Colonials from the 35, and they'll throw it on 1st down, and the pass is caught up at the 37. A short gain on the play. Anthony Withrow on the reception for the Colonials. Here's the rest of the offense. The leading rusher, Hunter Schaefer, number 22. Their wideouts, Ben Lease and Connor Herring, 2 of the top 5 receivers over in York County, both each with 28 receptions on the season. 2nd down and 7. Good size up front, and then, young offensive line. Just one senior, and that's LaDamian Williams. Everybody else an underclassman. They'll run it on 2nd down, and that's going to be Hunter Schaefer on the carry. An interesting stat, Connor Beans has been sacked 1 time this year.
Yeah, that jumped out at me too, Eric.
Yeah. And with just one senior on that offensive line, they have done an outstanding job protecting Beans this season. Here's the Warwick defense operating out of a 3-4. First in the section, third overall. Slant pattern, pass is caught and slipping away inside the 40-yard line down to the 35. Again, it is Anthony Withrow on the reception.
Well, that's 92 now receptions this season, completed passes from Connor Beans. It's not a ton of yards, and this is what they do. He doesn't get sacked a lot because the offense is designed for a ton of these quick hits and hopefully get big chunks of yards just like that. Not a lot of decision time back there. Just get it, find the open man, distribute the ball.
Withrow coming into the game tonight, 11 receptions, averaging 12 yards per catch, and has a couple here on this opening drive. First down at the 35. And they'll throw it again, this time going deep and open, and touchdown Colonials. Connor Herring. And just like that, New Oxford strikes.
Not a complicated route. You see the Ox is just saying, let's stay calm, we got a long way to go, but he just outruns his man, gets wide open, and Connor Beans drops it in there perfectly. Talk about a well-thrown pass early on here in Warwick.
What an opening drive for the Colonials. Now they are without their normal kicker. Joshua Little is out for the remainder of the season. And they actually had an offensive lineman, Danny Trejo, attempting the extra points. He said, hey, if we have to kick an extra point, that's a good situation to be in. So they're going to go for two. Tosses to Schaefer, and he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. But an impressive opening drive for the Colonials, capped off on the 35-yard touchdown pass from Connor Beans to Connor Herring, and a 6-0 lead for New Oxford. Well, if you're looking for strategies to help grow your portfolio while simultaneously protect a portion of it from inevitable market fluctuations, it is time to learn more. Call Chris Simon at Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526. That's Simon Financial Services. Don't forget this number, 717-368-3526. And a replay of the New Oxford touchdown, and yeah, Connor Herring got a couple of steps on Cooper Eckert. And so New Oxford with the opening drive going the distance.
I'll tell you what, though, keep your eyes on those special teams, you know, not having the ability to kick extra points. Got to make you nervous in a game like this.
Trejo will squib it downfield. It'll be picked up at the 25-yard line. Thatcher Miller on the return. Up near the 38, so we'll get our first look at the Warwick offense. First in the section, third overall, averaging 398 yards a game, and Joey McCracken continues to climb that ladder as far as all-time passing yards in the Lancaster-Lebanon League, now at 13th with 5,644 career passing yards. First down from the 38. McCracken will throw it on first down, and he goes to Thatcher Miller, who toes the sideline up to the 48. It's going to be close to a first down, and we've got an injured Warrior back at the 34-yard line.
It's like Owen Campbell staying down on the turf.
Here's a look at the Warwick offense of Colton Miller, second in the Lancaster-Lebanon League in rushing, first in touchdowns with 21. Caleb Schmitz, the top receiver in the Lancaster-Lebanon League with 37 receptions. And that big offensive line that's done the job opening up the holes for Miller in the run game and has protected McCracken throughout the season. But, yeah, Owen Campbell, the 5'10", 207-pound senior, down on his...
He's on the far right side of the screen there. He sees knees just kind of buckling. He's trying to hold that block. tell you, check the stats if we can. Has Warwick trailed this season?
Yeah. They Manheim Central game. Manheim Central scored on their opening drive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So they went down the field and scored, and here New Oxford scored as well. So while they continue to check on Owen Campbell, we'll step aside. 10:02 to go in this first quarter. 6-0 New Oxford. We're back at Joe Grosh Field, and Owen Campbell able to get up, but he is getting some assistance coming off the field. Hate to see that.
Campbell, one of the seniors on that offensive line, has done such a good job protecting Joey McCracken, opening up space for Colton Miller to run this season.
This New Oxford defense, they were first in Division II in overall defense, first overall in the YAIAA. As we get set to resume action. First down, Warwick at their own 48-yard line. That is Caleb Schmitz in motion. It's Colton Miller. Takes a hit and able to dive forward into New Oxford territory at the 49-yard line. As we mentioned, Colton Miller, 749 yards rushing. That was second in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. His 21 rushing touchdowns tops in the Lancaster-Lebanon League.
You see, this New Oxford defense is not really about size. It's about just effort. Look at the way these guys attack the ball.
Second down and a long 7. You see the New Oxford lineup scrolling across the bottom of the screen. It is Colton Miller again, this time running right to about the 46. The New Oxford defensively, Dylan Forbes, the nose tackle. He is tops in the team in tackles and also tackles for a loss. 10 tackles for a loss. We got the Akins brothers on the defensive end positions in the secondary. Peyton Mathis, Ben Lease, each with a pair of picks on the season. New Oxford defensively only giving up 166 yards per game. On third down, McCracken fires outside and a little high and wide for Thatcher Miller, and that'll bring up fourth down.
It's a little too much gas on that one from McCracken, and I mean that defensive stat you just gave is incredible. And that's not, it's nothing to hang your heads on to think that you led the York Adams League in defense. Some serious teams down in the York Adams League this year, including Central York, who wrapped up the 6A district title just last night.
So here Warwick will go for it on 4th and 4 at the 46-yard line. Thatcher Miller in the backfield with his brother. Colton Miller gets the call, and he is going to be stopped short of the first down. Got to the 44, but the Colonial defense stops him there, so New Oxford will take over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 44, and the big stop for this Colonials on the opening series for Warwick.
Well, New Oxford kind of gambles here and just says they're going to run the ball. We know they are. They put everybody into run protection here, and Warwick doesn't have the guts to either audible out of or call a timeout. They just tried to outmuscle it, and New Oxford's having none of it.
And it was Dylan Forbes, the top tackler on the team, making the initial hit. So Colonials with it on first down. Pump from Connor Beans, going down the right sideline, going up top and juggled, and it was caught. Ben Lease on the reception.
So Adam Martin over there in coverage, and he looks like he's in just the right spot. He's done nothing wrong. Or it's not Martin, it's Tanner Way. And Tanner's right where he's supposed to be, puts a hand up, and yet somehow Lease secures it.
And they pick up the first down at the Warrior 24-yard line. Tell you what, Mike, pretty impressed already by the arm of Connor Beans. Here's Schaefer spinning down to the 16. He'll get 8. It'll bring up second down. And boy, you can see this New Oxford offense really rejuvenated. Look at that spinning catch by Lease.
Second down.
And here was Schaefer, the great big hole around that right side. New Oxford knocking on the door.
Schaefer tries the right side, and he'll get enough to move the chains and get New Oxford a fresh set of downs to the 13. This New Oxford offense averaging 124 yards a game on the ground, 174 through the air. Beans fires outside, and the pass is caught. Ben Lease on the reception, and then right away, Adam Martin knocked him off his feet.
Well, Martin's happy with himself, but it's again this sort of quick-hitting offense that's effective for New Oxford. Martin comes up and makes the stop. The defense has got to come up with another one here.
Second down, slant pattern, and the pass incomplete. Looking for his big tight end, Torben Akins. 6'5", 240 pounds. Akins. And that'll bring up now third down.
Warwick dials up a blitz here, puts some pressure in front of Connor Beans, make him act a little quicker. And it does just throw off the timing of that play just enough.
Well, here again, this is where now New Oxford, without Little, their normal kicker. Interesting to see what happens here. Beans fires it outside where the pass is caught. Slipping up the sideline and getting out of bounds is Connor Herring. Nice job by Herring to pick up some additional yardage and make it now a much more manageable fourth down and make the decision a little bit easier for Jason Warner to keep the offense out on the field.
What a stop this could be for Warwick. If you can really bend but don't break, get a stop on fourth down here. Give some life into a Warrior team that just looks a little bit flat right now.
Fourth down and 3.
Doesn't sound like a empty stadium tonight, Eric.
No, it does not. And now New Oxford is going to call a timeout. And I don't know if they were waiting to see what Warwick was going to do defensively, but they want to make sure they get the right call because it is 4th and 3 and a big play here for both teams.
Huge play. Something else that jumped out at me, the stat line for New Oxford. As good as Connor Beans clearly is with his arm, their run to pass call for the season is almost completely 50-50, a totally balanced attack on offense. You see that so rarely in high school. You know, if you get a kid who can really throw, they'll dominate using his arm, and so many other teams just mix things up on the ground as much as possible. So, you know, it's a unique offense that Warwick is going to deal with tonight. The other thing that jumped out at you is you look at the games that New Oxford has picked off with that very strong defense. They had that very strange 5-zip game with a good Gettysburg team a couple of weeks ago. How different this bracket could have looked if that game goes one play the other direction, and New Oxford would not even be in this game tonight.
So true. In fact, it was that game that gave the Colonials their first division title since 2002.
Gettysburg is a pretty decent team this year by all measures, and to hold them to 0 points is incredible.
4th down and 3. Pivotal play already in the ball game. Beans fires outside, and the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it is Connor Herring with his second touchdown reception of the ball game.
Just a well-executed route directly to that pylon. Connor takes a hit and delivers it only where his receiver can get it. Just low in there. Tell you what, the Warwick defense almost got to Connor Beans, and how about that? So close to breaking it up. This big 21 Tanner once again just misses on that ball.
And so the offense stays out on the field. They're going to go for 2. So Connor Beans now with 11 touchdown passes on the season. Connor Herring with his 2 here tonight now has 6 receptions.
Penalty flag on the field.
We got a flag coming in.
Dead ball, substitution against the offense. 5 yards, we'll replay the try.
Our officiating crew is from the mid-pen. Our referee is Matt Freeze, the umpire Charlie Johnson, the linesman is Mark Correll. Line judge is Greg Shambaugh, the field judge Jim Bruno, side judge Michael Kiefer, and the back judge Darren Kaler. So the 2-point try now will go from the 8-yard line. Colonials send 2 receivers to the right of Beans, and he'll roll that way. Trying to buy some time, goes back across the field, and it is batted away, incomplete. But the Colonials strike again. Again, it is Connor Beans to Connor Herring. 6:17 to go, first quarter. 12-0 New Oxford. Connor Beans talking things over on the New Oxford sideline. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Colonials. Here the kick. This is Caleb Schmitz on the return. Schmitz with an opening down the far sideline. Caleb Schmitz being chased and will be brought down inside the 10-yard line. What a return by Caleb Schmitz.
Such an oddly flat start from this Warwick team tonight. You knew Caleb Schmitz was not going to take this lying down. He puts the ball on the turf initially, and then it is all Caleb Schmitz. That long stride that we've come to know so well this season. And Warwick right back in business.
Yeah, you can't set it up any better than that. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. And let's not forget, this is a Warwick team that was unable to practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because of the school being shut down with some COVID cases. So, yeah, a little bit of rust to knock off here in this first quarter, and it's been a wake-up call. Down 2 touchdowns. McCracken on first down. Colton Miller to the 5 before he's taken down by a host of Colonials. And you're trying to get, because with Campbell out, trying to get that substitution.
To the way these Colonials just fill the gaps. They are everywhere against the run.
Looks like Aaron Zimmerman, number 56, has replaced Campbell. On second down, it'll be Colton Miller again, and the Colonial defense there to hit him at the line of scrimmage.
Damian Williams leading the charge there. Once again, you see what I mean? It's just like each and every spot in the offensive line has a Colonial bursting through. Great speed off the ball. Great effort fighting through off the blocks.
Yes, and it was Williams leading the way. And Coach Jason Warner had nothing but high praise for Damian Williams. This kid's got a 4.56 GPA, Distinguished Honors, National Honor Society, and he said his leadership on this team is second to none. 3rd and goal for Warwick at the 5. McCracken to throw. Fires outside, and the pass a little wide, intended for Caleb Schmitz. And it'll bring up 4th down.
A lot of bodies over there, good coverage. And you see McCracken having to put a little extra on it, try to squeeze it in there. Comes up empty.
And Bob Locker is going to send out the kicking team and let Tanner Haynes try and pick up 3 points. This will be a 22-yard attempt. Cooper Eckert to hold. And the kick is wide right. So Warwick comes up empty on that, and they unable to convert and take advantage of that long kickoff return by Caleb Schmitz. And we welcome you in again to Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. Eric May, Mike Straub, the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships, and a great start here for the New Oxford Colonials. And Mike, we'll see what happens with that big stop and keeping Warwick off the board.
That's a tough one. You really got to try to find some energy now. Something like that, you have a huge opportunity to put points on the board. You set up for a field goal attempt that misses. You got to find a spark right now if you're the Warriors.
Connor Baines is going to be pulled down from behind. Christian Royer, the outside linebacker, on the stop for Warwick.
Tackle for a loss. Hey, let's not take that for granted. As we mentioned already, Connor Baines only sacked 1 time this season.
Yeah. You know, that jumped out. And then when I look at the lineup, just one senior on the offensive line, and that's Damian Williams. Everybody else is an underclassman. Great job protecting Baines. And that pass incomplete. I don't know if he was looking for Winthrow or if he was looking for Herring going down the sideline.
Yes, some miscommunication there. You can tell these guys work on these timing routes a lot, especially these quick short passes. So just sort of a confusion of the signals there. One route going one way and the quarterback thought it was going a different way. Either way, great response from the Warwick defense, at least forcing a 3rd and long here.
3rd and 14. Baines looking left, airing it out long for Herring, and it's going to be Cooper Eckert with the interception. An over-the-shoulder grab by Eckert, and Cooper Eckert comes down with his 3rd pick of the year.
And it's a smart play. You might be thinking, well, is it better just to knock that out of bounds and make him kick it away? No, take nothing for granted. You know, a punt could take a bad bounce, go off somebody's back. It could be faked. Secure that ball, get your offense back on the field.
It's a heck of a grab by Cooper Eckert. And it gives the Warriors the ball 1st and 10 at the New Oxford 49-yard line. 5th interception thrown by Connor Baines this season. McCracken to throw on 1st down, goes outside. Caleb Schmitz on the reception. Up to the 40. Caleb Schmitz, 37 receptions, 699 yards.
He's just such a good route runner. Just got to get Joey McCracken some time back there because Caleb Schmitz will get open. That is a guarantee. He turns back away so quick away from the defensive backs, and all of a sudden he's got 5 yards around him to make that catch. To me, about the way he runs the routes, he is uncoverable. Give him space to finish those routes.
And he's had his biggest impact receiving here late in the season, put up some of his best numbers as Colton Miller to the 34, picking up the first down. Hunter Schaefer on the stop for the Colonials.
We talked about that Warwick would need to find some energy after coming up empty on last possession. They get the even less than 3 and out. They force the turnover on 3rd down. Now here, back-to-back solid plays. Suddenly, like you mentioned, maybe knocking off some of that rust from a very unique kind of week. And suddenly, you got to remember, we're in a playoff game tonight, boys.
Yeah, win or go home. 4 receivers set. McCracken looking right. Connects with Cooper Eckert to the 24-yard line, which will be good for another first down. So yes, Caleb Schmitz is the main target, but Thatcher Miller has become a favorite target of McCracken, but you can't forget guys like Cooper Eckert and Adam Martin. I mean, McCracken will spread the ball around. McCracken, penalty flags are down, and we had 2 guys who look like ready to go in motion, so that's going to cost Warwick 5.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Illegal shift.
Illegal shift against the offense, number 80. 5 yards, previous spot, replay first down.
So moving back 5, first down and 15. .2:12 to go first quarter. New Oxford up 12-0. Three receivers set left of McCracken. And he'll look right. Caleb Schmitz on the reception and quickly taken down near the 20.
Ben Lee's coming to making the stop. We talk about so much in these broadcasts, the route running for Schmitz and how much he seems to enjoy the contact out here. I think he's found somebody else who likes to hit, and Ben Lee's coming in there and finishing that tackle on his own.
Yeah, if you're a defensive back, one-on-one coverage against Caleb Schmitz is not going to be an easy task. But nice job there by Lease. Second down and 5. Thatcher Miller in motion. McCracken steps up and he'll run. And he'll take it to the 15. That's going to be close to the first down, depending on the spot of the ball. And Joey McCracken last week, 13 carries in that game against Hempfield, and also picked up his first rushing touchdown. Of course, I'm sure that's not something that Coach Bob Walker really wants to see of McCracken running the ball that much, with him coming off that knee injury from earlier this year. Third down and 1. Colton Miller sidesteps, picks up the first down, and down near the 10-yard line. Just a real nice piece of running there, Mike, by Miller, just to wait for the blocks and the hole to open up.
Yeah, this is an excellent run by your senior, and also needed short yardage, run to Nolan Rucci's side of the line. Let 66 make some space. How about that?
Oh.
Even as good as this defense is, run behind him. You should be able to get the yards you need in those short yardage situations, and they're able to do it right there.
They spot the ball at the 11, so the Warriors can still pick up a first down. They'll need to get to the 1. It's Thatcher Miller in motion. McCracken looks left, now goes right, and connects with Caleb Schmitz at the 5-yard line. 5-yard pickup.
Looking left the whole way. I think you have the receiver on that side too. Either side kind of matching routes. By design, flips back towards Caleb Schmidt's side of the field. And the issue here is the pass is a little wobbly. And you see Schmitz has to kind of take it with his heels towards the sideline, so he can't turn it back upfield.
Second down and 4. Colton Miller spins his way down near the 1. Again, the spot of the ball will put it 3rd and short, or maybe even a 1st and goal. It's going to be 3rd down and about a yard.
Let's get a sense that Warwick, they were the biggest, strongest team in their section. Now they've got basically a quarter under their belt, and they realize this is the biggest, strongest team we've had to face. So we've got to match it intensity-wise.
Third and 1, Colton Miller is in for the touchdown. No, wait. No, they're going to say he was down short of the goal line, but it should be good for a first down. But we'll have to find out, because the first quarter has come to an end here at Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. It's the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships. 12-0 New Oxford after 1. Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz, the side of tonight's District 3 5A semifinals here on Blue Ridge 11. We're glad to have you along. New Oxford trying to get to their second title game. The only other time they got to a title game was 1996. Lost to Manheim Central 35-14. Warwick has never been to a district championship game. They're looking for their first berth. Here it is 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Everybody in tight. Colton Miller will take it in.
Seemed like he was as close as he could possibly be on the previous play. So we had to walk all the way down to this end, but maybe there's something about this end of the field, because look at that push from the offensive line moving to Colonials finally all back on their heels, and Colton Miller can walk right in.
Touchdown number 22 for Colton Miller. Tanner Haynes on for the point after. I thought Tanner Haynes was done for the year with a leg injury, but he is back out, and he puts this one through. So the Warriors get on the board. 11:57 to go in the first half. Colton Miller's 1-yard touchdown run makes it 12-7 New Oxford. It's the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships on Blue Ridge 11. Troy McCracken leading his Warriors down the field, getting their first score.
Eric, he started the game 1 for 3, but since then has gone 4 for 4 for 34 yards, and obviously putting together a nice drive leading to a touchdown.
Tanner Haynes set to kick. This will be taking at the 3-yard line. Headed towards the Warwick sideline and being thrown down. Colin Winters, and a penalty flag at the tail end.
That's tough. I mean, the kid comes across the field, makes a great play, but because he celebrates it, he's getting hit with a flag here. Or maybe he taunted something directly at the player that we can't hear, but Warwick special teams coming up with a huge play that's going to be taken back.
Riley
After the play, dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 20 on the defense. First down.
Well, I think what happens is when you get up and you start to jaw at the opposition, you know, that you just got to get up and turn the other way. But hey, let's face it, these guys are just amped up and their energy is through the roof. And somehow you got to corral it, because it's penalties like that that can come back to haunt you. As Connor Beans will throw on first down, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Ben Lease.
Well, either way, the Warriors feel like something sparked them here. That pass is all a little off the target, and you see the way the Warriors finish the play.
Second and 10. Everybody checking their wristbands for the defensive alignment. Screen in the middle, caught by Schaefer, and there is Brock Deem to meet him at the line of scrimmage. Brock Deem has put together quite a season. He's second on the team in tackles, leads the team in tackles for a loss. He's got 3 sacks and an interception, and stopped Schaefer there for no gain.
And give credit to the guys putting the pressure onto Beans as well. I mean, I imagine New Oxford are going to screenplay like that with their eyes closed. With the pressure coming, needs to release just a little bit high. That's 3rd and 10.
Beans stands in the pocket, fires outside, and the pass is caught, and it'll be good for a first down for the Colonials up at the 40-yard line. Ben Lease on the reception.
Ben Lease, clearly a kid who knows what he's doing out there. I mean, 3rd and 10, he knows right where the stakes are, runs his route, comes right back to that spot. There's his guy putting it right on the money once again.
Lease and Connor Herring, both with 28 receptions on the season. Coming into the game tonight, got a big first down there at the 40. Little shovel pass out to Schaefer, and it's going to go nowhere. In fact, there's going to be a loss on the play.
Colton Miller coming up, shedding his block. Or is that Christian Royer?
That's Royer.
Christian Royer shedding the block and finishing the play. I mean, Connor Beans is so good with the arm. These plays that are going to take time to develop like that, you are asking your offensive line to do a lot of work with the energy that Warwick is now showing here in the second quarter.
Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 12. Schaefer spins away, keeps driving forward up to the 45-yard line. Good 2nd and 3rd effort by the 5'10" senior. That is Owen Campbell, who got hurt, if I'm not mistaken, Mike. That was what, first offensive play, second offensive play for Warwick?
That was Warwick's first offensive play.
Colonials looking at a 3rd down and 5. They'll put it on the ground. They'll get the first down as Hunter Schaefer moves the sticks as they get into Warwick territory to the 45-yard line.
I think everybody in the stadium is expecting to go with Connor Bean's arm on 3rd and 5, but Schaefer through a wide open hole He's got, again, that mix of balance and strength that we often admire in these broadcasts. Guys who can kind of keep those legs churning, but also always find a way to stay on their feet.
Low snap, and Beans has to just keep it and run forward, maybe for a yard gain. So the Colonials really, I guess, to no surprise, come out throwing, but now they decide, all right, we stretch the defense a little bit, let's put the ball on the ground, and the ground attack has been the main focus on this series. 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9. Beans down the sideline, and the pass incomplete. Was looking for Lease. Cooper Eckert on the coverage for Warwick.
Lease got himself open. Eckert was over there kind of in no man's land.
Yeah, he was open too. The ball just kind of sailed on Connor Beans. Otherwise, if that ball's down a little bit, they've got a connection and a first down. Here it is now 3rd and 9. 8:41 to go, first half. Beans will go back to the sideline and again looking for Lease, but it's overthrown, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and I would think the punting unit will come on for the Colonials.
Here they come. That's really the first ball we've seen Beans throw tonight that wasn't in the neighborhood. Everything has been catchable, at least in the region. That's the first one that kind of got away from him tonight. And give credit again, that Warwick defensive line coming to life, at least making him make decisions a little quicker.
Britton Akins to kick it away for the Colonials. Caleb Schmitz stands at his own 10-yard line. And the ball will spin to a stop at the 25. A 21-yard punt. And 1st and 10 Warwick with 8:29 to go in the first half. Well, if you're looking for some strategies that can help grow your portfolio while at the same time protecting a portion of it from inevitable market fluctuations, it's time to learn more, and you can call Chris Simon to help you with it. Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526. It's Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526.
Well, here you go. You feel like all that energy, momentum for New Oxford in the first quarter. Now Warwick has the ball only down by 5 because of that special teams issue that New Oxford carrying now late in the season. That issue, of course, being no kicker.
They'll put it on the ground, and it's Colton Miller slipping tackles and picking up 11 out to the 36-yard line.
Colton Miller, such a unique running back prospect at 6'4". But I'm telling you, it gives him such an advantage on runs like this to have this vision sort of over top of his blockers, already thinking about the next guy, the next space open downfield. Gives him a total different perspective on the field compared to most running backs.
He's not that guy that's just going to explode through the line. He's going to read what's open, see the hole, and then take it. McCracken dumps it out to the sideline where it's caught by Thatcher Miller. And he'll step out of bounds. Thatcher Miller really putting together a season, and that game against Calico were 3 touchdowns in his season best effort. 150 yards on 4 receptions in that game against the Eagles. Here it is 2nd and 5. McCracken fires, and it is caught, and again it's Thatcher Miller, and he carries Jaden Sauter for an extra yard or 2 to get a first down for Warwick inside New Oxford territory to the 49-yard line.
Take a look right here. Somehow his knee doesn't go down. We keep talking about that strength and balance thing. Even big Thatcher Miller staying up on his feet enough and powering ahead for an extra 6 or 7 yards from initial contact.
Clock winding down. 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Colton Miller cuts it back inside. Oh, lost the ball. Let's see, it is New Oxford coming up with it.
And Colton trying to argue he was down by contact. And I think he's really trying to keep those legs churning. Gets turned backwards here. The ball kind of rolls out because I think he's on top of somebody initially.
Yeah, Peyton Mathis, number 25, came up with the fumble recovery. That is his second of the season.
It's hard to tell when his hip hits the ground or his back. But either way, you see that ball rolling out, and there's really nothing that Warwick can argue there.
So New Oxford with a turnover, and they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Beans out in the flat, caught by Lease. And he's got a first down and then some to the 41.
We say when he was in pass coverage, clearly the kind of guy who likes the contact. And look at him here. You expect the receiver just kind of tiptoe out of bounds with all the defense's backs in front of him. And he says, no, we'll take one guy on, two guys on, and powers ahead.
Lease, a 5'11", 175-pound junior. Audible from the New Oxford sideline. Beans to Schaefer, and shooting through is Aaron Hess, leading tackler for the Warriors.
Aaron Hess heard whatever the audible was. He is man on the spot, just flying through. Big time tackle for a loss in the linebacker position.
Dropped him for a 3-yard loss, 2nd and 13.
Great pursuit. That's a great angle from our guys there. Picking up Hess, just blasting through.
Beans outside, caught. That is Herring on the reception, and I think Herring tried to make a move, lost his footing.
Still great job by Cooper Deckard, closing down the real estate, finishing the tackle. Forcing another 3rd and long.
3rd down and 9.
New Oxford 3 out of 5 on 3rd down so far.
They'll put it on the ground. And Schaefer to the 34, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 3 now for New Oxford as we're inside 5.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Such a smart play call. It's total 4-down territory. Everybody's expecting your quarterback to sling it around the yard again. And you can just slide Hunter Schaefer through the middle for a chunk of yards, and now you basically have whatever play call you want on 4th down.
Here we go on 4th and 3. Beans will put it up, fire it outside, and it is incomplete.
Love that play call from the Warwick defense. Nothing to be cute about. Let's just bring the house, make the quarterback throw it under pressure. If they can beat you that way, then you just tip your cap. Great blitz, forces the pass to be a little bit high. And the coverage is the cherry on top.
Connor Herring got his hands on it, just couldn't pull it in. And so Warwick will take over on downs at their own 34 with 4:59 remaining in the first half.
If you're Warwick, you say, okay, we survived that turnover. Nothing hurt. We get back to work.
Three receivers set to the right of McCracken. Wants to throw it on 1st down and looking to go long for Caleb Schmitz, and overthrown by about a yard.
Oh man, I was thinking of the last drive. If it was time to start mixing a deep ball or two towards Caleb Schmitz. It's a little too much on it. Well, that's a pot you can go dip it into again a little bit later because Caleb Schmitz will always be open.
Well, he is the guy to help stretch the field. 2nd and 10. McCracken's going to run it. And Joey McCracken to the 39. And it'll bring up a 3rd down. About 6.
Nice run from McCracken. I think we got a little bit of that slick turf, kind of moisture in the air like we saw if you were with the broadcast last night. So you see McCracken's feet kind of sliding 2 different times on that run.
Then when the sun goes down, the temperature drops, and then the dew definitely makes an impact on the game. 3rd down and 5. McCracken rolling to his right, looking now, running and diving toward the stick. He's pointing 1st down, but I think the official said that he might have stepped out of bounds, short of the marker.
Yeah, almost a full yard, I'd say. Must have touched that white line. It's a great burst of speed out here from Joey McCracken.
Yeah, he tried to sell it with that stretch, but he's a yard short, and Warwick's going to call a timeout. With 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first half, we'll step aside. It's the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships on Blue Ridge 11. There you see it, 4:03 remaining in the first half, and a big 4th down play here for the Warwick Warriors. And coming up at the half, we're going to go back to the Blue Ridge 11 studios and Chad Landers.
Thanks, Eric. Coming up on the Simon Financial Services halftime report, we'll look back at an all-state defensive force from our 11 of the last 20 series, the Defensive Players Countdown. Plus, preview some playoff football scenarios for the channel next week, and we'll recap the out-of-town District 3 playoff scoreboard from last night. That's all coming up from the Blue Ridge 11 studios at halftime.
Well, you see Colton Miller got the 1st down running off the left side, and big 4th down conversion for the Warriors.
This isn't rocket science. When you've got somebody on the left side of your line like Nolan Rucci, go to that side, let him clear some space. And as we mentioned earlier, you need short yardage. There is nobody in the world who's going to stop you at this level. And you got a guy like that out there. Oh, he's just so exciting to watch. I mean, first off, let's give Nolan Rucci again credit for the protection on that side. It allows Schmitz to run to that side of the field. It allows McCracken to have patience. Delivers a perfect strike. And then look at this. Just makes that look so easy. And then here he almost jukes himself into his tackle.
Some real nice footwork there by Caleb Schmitz. And it gives the Warriors a 1st down at the 14-yard line. And there you see Rucci and McCracken again staring down the New Oxford defense. Colton Miller brought down from behind, and a real nice play by the nose tackle Dylan Forbes. Boy, did Forbes get through there in a hurry.
Yeah, he clearly picked something up. He just shoots the gap, shakes off the block, nothing to it.
1 yard loss for Miller, 2nd and 11. Warwick looking to get some points to go into the second half when they will get the ball first. Colton Miller sidesteps, goes right. Colton Miller down near the 5-yard line. Going to be just short of the first down marker. And it'll be third and about a yard.
Colton cutting back away from his blocks, taking advantage of how aggressive New Oxford is trying to shoot through those gaps. Short yardage again.
Again, it'll be Colton Miller, and he will, oh boy, he tried to reach for the goal line, and he's going to be stopped short. But it'll be first and goal for the Warriors at the 1.
But again, load up on that left side, go behind big 66. Thatcher Miller came over to help as well. I think Colton Miller was surprised, actually, he got a shot at the end zone. He assumed he's going down right here, and he's like, wait a second, might be able to get this thing. And he smartly kind of goes down with the ship before he loses the football.
So the Warriors knocking at the door at the 1 with a minute remaining in the first half. McCracken from the shotgun will give it to Colton Miller, and he's going to be hit maybe for even a half-yard loss. Again, Dylan Forbes in to make the stop for the Colonials.
The timeout, Bob Locker. Got to call it right now.
Stopping the clock with 34 seconds remaining in the first half. Warwick now with 1 timeout remaining.
Look at the way these guys get through again.
Dylan Forbes at 5'9", 200 pounds. I mentioned he's tops in the team in tackles. And we saw Corbin Akins coming down the line trying to grab the jersey of Miller to slow him up.
Yeah, Forbes has just the perfect shape to kind of slide under these taller offensive linemen and wreak some havoc in the backfield. Deceptively quick as well. And again, this is the #1 rated defense in the York Adams League this year.
You talked about the balance that New Oxford had offensively. Warwick was the only team in the Lancaster-Lebanon League with 1,000-yard rushing and 1,000-yard passing. So they're trying to use that balanced attack and try and push one through here to get the lead for the first time tonight. Second and goal from the 1. Colton Miller will take it in. Patience pays off for Colton Miller.
That's a good timeout by Warwick. I'm down here on this end zone, Eric, and you can just feel these guys a little bit gassed. They've been on the field for a while this quarter. Saw the linemen kind of gasping for air, trying to catch their breath. Call that timeout, reset the play, get your muscle men, tell them up front, say, all right, guys, one more big push, then we'll go to halftime. And that's exactly what they come up with here. And after all that, Warwick takes the lead now for the first time tonight.
And Tanner Haynes on for the point after. And he sends it through. So Colton Miller picks up his second rushing touchdown of the ball game, and we've got 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Warwick now with their first lead of the night at 14-12, and we welcome you into Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. Eric May alongside Mike Straub, who's down in the end zone, enjoying a different perspective from this angle. And there you go, Mike.
There I am. Yeah, this is by design. This is my little cubby hole here. People give me a lot of funny looks, like, what is that guy doing down there? I say, man, we are bringing you the best action in Lancaster County tonight. That is for sure.
Well, and you were
Very fortunate.
right down there where all the action took place on that last series.
This is where this is where a lot of the action has been. This is where the New Oxford touchdowns were in the first half as well. And I think you got to be so impressed the way that New Oxford came out swinging tonight on the road. 2 quick touchdowns. Connor Beans looks like completely unflappable. Warwick hangs in there. Now the chance to comfortably go into the halftime with a lead.
Well, it's going to be who can make the adjustments for the second half. As this kick will be taken from the 5-yard line, and wow, what coverage downfield. Brock Dean making the stop.
Great hustle. Those are the little things. You think about these special teamers. I mean, obviously these guys do it all. But look at the hustle from the edge from Brock Dean. All by himself, solo tackle, flying through with that that left arm, and gets it done.
What a nice job by Riley Killen, the return man, because it appeared that Dean might have jarred the ball a little bit. But Killen held on, so it's first down, New Oxford, and we got somebody moving up front.
So just trying to take a knee.
Penalty flag on the field.
It's 5 yards. Still first down.
Well, it's been a pretty clean game as far as the penalties are concerned. It's going to move them back 5, and New Oxford is just going to be content with going to halftime with a 2-point deficit. So the final seconds will tick off, and we have reached halftime here at Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. Warwick, after falling behind 12-0 in the first quarter, got a couple of Colton Miller 1-yard touchdown runs and a couple of extra points, and we'll go to the break up 14-12. You're watching the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships here on Blue Ridge 11. 14-12, Warwick at the half.
Welcome into the Blue Ridge 11 studios. I'm Chad Landers. Hope you're enjoying our Saturday night featured game between New Oxford and Warwick. Now, one of these teams will play for a District 3 title next week, something Warwick has actually never done in their program's history. In fact, if you look back at Warwick's journey in the District 3 playoffs, their first ever win came in 2018 against Palmyra. Then they followed that up with their first trip to the District 3 semifinals last season. This year, they're back in the District 3 semifinals, and all of that recent success can be traced back to that 2018 squad that had great leadership with names like Jacob McCracken, Hayden Rucci, Trey Glass, and Nick Coomer. And it's that final name that we're going to key on this week for our 11 to last 20 rewatch. Nick Coomer was All-State, signed with the Delaware Blue Hens, and made it into the top 5 of our defensive players countdown of the last 2 decades. Check it out.
Nick Coomer was an animal.
Himmelsbach is going to be sacked back at the 42, and it's Nick Coomer.
Size, big kid, had a great motor, high energy guy. This is a guy that all out all the time.
He's going to be sacked. Number 60, Nick Coomer with the sack.
Nick was that rare combination of speed, agility, and strength. And you look at defensive football players, I kind of think, what impact did he have? And if you talk to opposing coaches, they had to scheme for Nick.
First down, nothing going.
When the ball was snapped, there was no time off. He went full speed. And I remember watching him when we were doing the games on TV, and I purposely just watched him. He never took a play off.
Schwill again under pressure, and Nick Coomer with the sack back at the 25-yard line.
He was somebody that would disrupt an offense, and I think that speaks volume about him. Physically just tough as nails. Excellent tackler, had a variety of moves from DT and DE.
Going to be Nick Coomer. Going to wrap him up and drop him for a loss.
Just strong and tenacious, and we'd try to double team him, he'd beat it. For a defensive lineman to be as noticed as much as he was shows just how good he was, and got moved on to Delaware and doing good things down there as well. So great career for him.
Might have been a little underrated here for defensive end because he was such a great all-star offensive lineman.
And when Coomer's in there with Rucci, you can't get 2 better ones.
In the end, the thing was, he was just so strong and so quick for his size. It made it very difficult for other teams to prepare for him.
There are a couple of other Warwick Warriors on that top 11 defensive players list. If you want to check it out, head on over to our YouTube page, Blue Ridge 11 Sports. The episode is there along with all the others we did this past year. Now let's talk about football possibilities next Friday night. If Warwick wins tonight, they will advance to their first ever District 3 championship game, and we will have that for you live next Friday night, November 13th, right here on Blue Ridge 11. Your home for District 3 playoff football. So stay up to date on all the playoff news with our social media platforms and our website, brc11.com. That about does it for me. Thanks for watching the Simon Financial Services Halftime Report. I'm Chad Landers. Before we get you back to second half action between New Oxford and Warwick, here are some scores from teams involved in the District 3 playoffs last night.
And we welcome you back into Joe Grosh Field, and with it, the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships here on Blue Ridge 11, 14-12 Warwick at the half. And we welcome you back in, Eric May, Mike Straub, and playoff football. And I tell you, Mike, you know, the fact that Warwick, no practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, a little bit of rust, but, you know, take nothing away from New Oxford. They came out in full attack mode right off the bat.
You said it right. Connor Beans, the much talked about quarterback. You mentioned the Division III schools are giving him a look. Showed no nerves at all, coming right in here, looking very comfortable, very confident. But we mentioned it right away, the lack of a kicker. The kicker for New Oxford is injured, so they've gone for 2 on both their touchdowns. And I thought in a game like this, when teams are this even, that can really have an impact on that final score. And just like that, what could really be a tie game is instead a Warwick lead.
You know, and talking with Coach Jason Warner, too, before the game, yeah, this is a team that lost 23 players from a season ago. So aside from the whole, are we going to play because of COVID, he didn't know exactly what he was going to be dealing with as far as plugging so many holes. But the fact that they have got back here to the District 3 playoffs for a second consecutive year says a lot about his coaching staff and this Colonials team. So, as you mentioned, they came out full throttle mode. Let's go to the highlights.
Well, we're so fortunate to have weather this nice, and I'll tell you what, Connor Beans took advantage early on, finding Connor Herring, third play of the game, I believe, for New Oxford. And in their next possession, there's a nice hit there, but it didn't last too long as he turns it around and finds Herring once again for a touchdown, and it was 12-zip just like that. Warriors finally settle in. Colt Miller goes in for 6. Then the next drive, he fumbles it away, unfortunately, but bend but don't break. Warriors fight back, get the ball right back, and then it's Colt Miller on another short yard situation. Follow that big, strong offensive line. And the Warriors weathered the storm early, and they've got the lead here now at the halftime break.
Yeah, up 2 as we look at the numbers, and, you know, a little more balanced as far as Warwick is concerned. We kind of anticipated that New Oxford would come out throwing, and they did, but they did try and mix up the run as well. Each team with a turnover, and penalty-wise, it's been a fairly clean ball game as well. So you can't get much more balanced than that.
Yeah, this stat line jumps out at me for Joe McCracken. He started the game 1 for his first 3. Now at halftime, he's 8 of 11 for 96 yards. So not a huge number there, but efficient. He made the adjustments in the conditions here tonight, going against the top defense in the York Adams League, and now finding a way to get the ball down the field.
It's going to be interesting to see what adjustments are made by both the Colonials and the Warriors as we get set for the second half of play. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we will have second half kickoff here on Blue Ridge 11. When we come back,
I've got lots of individual stats from Chad.
Okay. Oh, I didn't think we should have went right to that.
Well, I just got
okay.
some of them.
Okay. Halftime continuing here in Lidditz. Waiting for the teams to head back out onto the field. 14-12 in favor of the Warwick Warriors, as the winner will advance on to the District 3 5A Championship next Friday night up in Shillington, take on the Governor Mifflin Mustangs, who won big last night by a score of 68-14. And Mike, let's look at some of the numbers here as far as the first half of this contest.
We saw the team stats moments ago, but let's go over some of these individual performances. Colton Miller, 67 yards on the ground, working hard. He's got 2 touchdowns, of course. Caleb Schmitz, he's got 4 catches for 61 yards. And Thatcher Miller, 3 catches for 25 yards. For the visitors from New Oxford, Connor Beans, 12 of 20 for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, but of course 1 interception. Hunter Schaefer, 34 yards on the ground. And then the leading receivers, Lease has got 4 catches for 49 yards, and Herring 4 catches for 50 yards, and he's got the 2 touchdowns. Of course, catch of the night too for him so far. That 35-yard touchdown, the early going, we saw that in the highlights. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make. You really feel like Warwick finally got some rhythm going offensively. See what changes New Oxford makes defensively, try to throw that off. At the same time, what adjustments Connor Beans makes to try to find some of that unflappable rhythm he had in that first quarter.
Yeah, and just like he has done all season, spreading it around between Lease and Herring, each of those guys, as you mentioned, with those 4 receptions. So Warwick will get the ball first to start the second half. And, you know, we saw out of Warwick what we have seen all year. You know, Colton Miller, he's thrown to Caleb Schmitz. He's incorporating Thatcher Miller more as this season has gone on. Is this going to be a situation where now maybe it's a third receiver that makes a difference for both New Oxford and or Warwick?
And you got to feel like both teams have survived the turnover so far. Is there one big turnover in this game that's going to make a huge impact, a pick 6 or something, as we get with 2 quarters to go here?
Yeah, and of course, when it gets to the playoffs, all these little plays get magnified 1,000 times over because, again, it's win or go home, and somebody is going to be going up to Shillington next Friday night.
I'll tell you what. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but that Mifflin team looked awfully impressive, at least in the stat line last night.
Yeah, and Nick Singleton, in fact, talking to Warwick coach Bob Locker, you know, when I first got here, he says he might be the best running back he has seen in District 3. And he's been a head coach for 20 years and has seen a number of tremendous running backs through his years. Yeah, and the fact is, Singleton is a junior, and there's still another year for him. And, of course, with all his success, he is getting a lot of looks from colleges all over the country.
Yeah, he's already got offers from Ohio State and Penn State. I mean, he starts with those guys. And not to be messed with. But in District 3, I mean, that's an incredible amount of respect. You think about some of the guys who are in the NFL right now who are running backs in District 3.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, and I mentioned New Oxford has been to one other title game. That was back in 1996 when they lost to Manheim Central 35-14. The other semifinal appearance was in 1995. They lost to another Lancaster-Lebanon League team, the Garden Spot, 40-7. But they also made the playoffs in 2006, 2010, and 2013. And for the Warwick Warriors, they are on the cusp of getting to their first ever district championship game if they're able to hold on here tonight. And if that is indeed the case, we will follow the Warriors up to Shillington and have that district title game for you next Friday night here on Blue Ridge 11. But there's still 24 minutes of football yet to play and a lot of time to determine the outcome.
Yeah, I don't expect the Colonials to go quietly into the night.
Quite impressed with Connor Beans and what we saw in that first half. That first drive was just a thing of beauty. His passes were just spot on. So Warwick will send out the return team as they get set. Of course, the one blemish as far as Warwick is concerned, the fact they lost left guard Owen Campbell to an injury I believe on their second offensive play. And hopefully there's nothing serious, but he is done for the night. And he's hoping not done for the season should the Warriors hold on and win this ball game. And I'm sure being in his senior year, he will want another crack at a game next Friday night.
Getting colder down here, Eric. See what kind of an impact that has. But I know I bring that up because you're right about the way the dew starts to develop. Things get slippery down here. Not for me. I'm comfortable.
Well, I figured that was a given.
Yeah, if anybody was concerned.
I noticed it last night, leaving the press box over at Hempfield. Stepped outside and was like, wow. The temperature really did drop. So here we go, our second half underway. The ball squibbed downfield. Caleb Schmitz will pick it up at the 24-yard line. Looking for the New Oxford sideline again. Good return by Caleb Schmitz inside Colonial's territory to about the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you what, the future Cincinnati Bearcat, those guys keep rolling. Ranked inside the top 10 now in the country. Every time he touches the ball, I mean, that's a squib kick that took a while to get to him, that he didn't even pick up cleanly. And still, he just makes it look so easy. Just jet to the sideline, turn it upfield. Nothing to it. I mean, the guy is just so comfortable out there in all situations.
And it doesn't seem to phase him,
Right.
Even when that ball's bouncing all over the place. So Warwick will come out in a no huddle. 1st and 10 at the New Oxford 45-yard line as we are underway here in the second half. A little bubble screen to Thatcher Miller. Eludes one tackle and takes it down to the 41 for a pickup of 4.
It's a fun play call. I think about all these speed demons out there and kind of using the big tight end type and kind of a screen play. Just a low delivery, throws off the timing a little bit, and still Thatcher gets to the edge and gets a few yards here to get the half started.
Well, let's not underestimate that catch too, because I believe he was behind McCracken, and if that hits the turf, I believe that's a loose, that's a fumble. That was not a forward pass, it was behind the line of scrimmage. And he caught it at the laces. McCracken under pressure will fire it and throw it away in the vicinity of Caleb Schmitz.
Good protection by Warwick up front.
There's Forbes again.
Even better coverage downfield by the Colonials. Schmitz gets tangled up. It's one way to stop his excellent routes.
3rd down and 6. Colton Miller off the left side, following the blocks down close to the 35-yard line. If he didn't get the first down, there's going to be no hesitation on the part of Bob Locker and keep that offensive unit on the field, because it'll be 4th and less than a yard.
Definitely completely 4-down territory, part of the field, just like we saw.
Well, you know what? It's not going to matter anyway.
It'll be 3rd down.
I didn't even see the flag being thrown.
Our guys don't miss a thing.
Holding against the offense, 10 yards from the spot, replay 3rd down.
You know, these modern fields, the turf fields with all the other lines out there, the flags just blend in.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Some holding yet.
So instead of 4th and 1, it is 3rd down and 16 as the snap will take place from the Warwick 49-yard line. McCracken rolling right, flag down again, and the pass intended for Caleb Schmitz incomplete, and again, Dylan Forbes applying some pressure on McCracken, and we're going to have back-to-back penalties now on the Warriors.
Back-to-back holding is going to make it now third and extremely long. Unless you decline this and you make it fourth and make him give you the ball.
Holding. Offense, number 69. Penalties declined. Fourth down.
So the Colonials will decline the penalty and opt to take the ball. Right there, you can see the hold.
There's a moment in there. The Colonials are so fast, the Warriors are blocking themselves.
So the Warwick punt team on. We got two Colonials back deep to receive. Tanner Haynes will kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 15-yard line by Anthony Withrow. And so it'll be 1st and 10, Colonials, and their first possession of the second half. Well, if you're looking for some strategies to help grow your financial portfolio while at the same time protect a portion of it from inevitable market fluctuations, it's time to learn more, and you can do that by calling Chris Simon at Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526. That's Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526. From the 15-yard line, Schaefer on the first carry eludes one Warrior defender, but then there's just a bevy of Warwick defenders there to keep them to a 2-yard gain.
I was going to say that's exactly what New Oxford had to dial up out of the halftime break. Get a stop, get the ball back, grab some momentum of your own. But how about this push from the Warriors on first down? Everybody's in on that tackle.
Beams looking right, going down the sideline. It's overthrown and picked off. It is Adam Martin with his team-leading 4th pick.
Another great defensive call. Talk about making the adjustments out of the halftime break. Look at Adam saying, yep, we paid attention. He is way back playing center field here. They are not going to get beat over the top. The throw goes a little bit high. The pressure was coming. And Adam Martin, 6'5", sitting back there making it look easy.
That is now 8 picks over the last 2 seasons for Adam Martin. And so now Warwick again with good field position, this time off the turnover. First down at the Colonials' 28-yard line. Christian Royer late coming in. McCracken to throw on first down, steps up in the pocket, and is going to be pulled down at the 26.
Dylan Forbes, as usual.
This guy is all over the field.
Yeah, I mean, I think McCracken thought he was away clean, at least into the secondary. And watch Dylan Forbes just reach out. Gets an ankle. That's all it takes. 2-point takedown.
Great play by Forbes. 2-yard gain from McCracken, 2nd and 8. McCracken looks right and thrown at the feet of Caleb Schmitz.
Yeah, Warwick offense just trying to find some of that rhythm they had in the second quarter. So McCracken, a little bit under duress, fires that one inaccurately. Settle back in. Big third down here, but completely 4-down territory once again. So imagine they go to Miller for a chunk of yards and have an easier decision to make on 4th down.
Well, let's see how your play calling is here, Coach. They want to go to the air. McCracken rolling right, getting tripped up. And there's Dylan Forbes yet again to come up with a play for New Oxford.
That's Dylan, though, kind of doing some extracurriculars towards Joey McCracken. You see the Warwick sideline saying, hey, well, that's what you called our guy on. So, yeah, give credit to the hustler. Again, there is Dylan Forbes getting after it.
Well, what an impact he has made here for this New Oxford team tonight. We got an injured Colonial. Derek Noel down on the field holding his right ankle. 8:25 remaining in our third quarter. And you know what? Well, and we'll let you know that should Warwick win this ball game, we will have the telecast for you next Friday night up in Shillington against Governor Mifflin. Let's see if we can pick up.
Just ankle kind of, he goes down kind of awkwardly as McCracken goes down on his ankle. Pointed out now that Joe McCracken is 0 for his last 4 passing attempts.
Well, and that's part of the problem right there is number 21, Dylan Forbes, has had great penetration into the Warwick backfield here tonight, especially when McCracken has gone back to pass. So we're going to step aside while they continue to check on Noel. 8:25 remaining in the third quarter. It's the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships here on Blue Ridge 11. And you see Derek Noel being helped off to the Colonial sideline. It is 4th down and 13, and Tanner Haynes is in to attempt what would be a 48-yard field goal. Cooper Eckert will hold. High snap, kick on the way, and it will be short.
It was on the line. Right on the line.
Yeah, you have a great angle down there.
Yeah, off his foot, I thought it's going to be fine, but I'm telling you, the air's kind of thick down here. Just doesn't have the distance.
See it again.
Take another look here from this angle and be able to see exactly how close.
So New Oxford will get it 1st and 10 at their own 20. 8 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Connor Beans to throw on 1st down. Tip and nearly intercepted. It fell right at the feet of Nate Maher.
It's really interesting what Warwick is doing now. They basically are lining up just 2 down linemen and then kind of trying to trick the offensive line into some gadgets in terms of who's coming to blitz each time from the linebacker position. You know, each guy kind of shows blitz, and one guy drops back, one guy comes.
Maher had a chance at his 2nd pick of the season. Now 2nd and 10. Pumped left, throws right. Schaefer slips a tackle, lost the ball up near the 1st down marker. Let's see who's got it. Well, they're going to say it's New Oxford's ball. I believe Schaefer was
crazy.
I think he was able to wrestle it away.
No, I think this is a fumble in a Warwick football. The ball's coming loose. It's on the turf, and Warwick comes up with it. I don't know how I don't know why they're so confident.
And Nolan Rucci was the guy that knocked it out. Penalty flags down.
Of course, we have the benefit of where our cameras are. Here this flag is.
It's against the defense. 5 yards out of the end of the run. First down.
So now Oxford gets.
Let's go back to the fumble one more time. I mean, Schaefer makes a great run, sides up everybody. He's only got one hand on the football in traffic. That ball is knocked loose at impact. I mean, it should be pretty easy to tell at impact. So the line judge isn't in position to see that angle.
Yeah, it looked as though Aaron Hess was the guy that was able to get the ball, but it stays with New Oxford. Then they get not only the first down, but then a face mask against Warwick. And on first down, no gain on the play.
Well,
Dylan Forbes on that carry.
And Hess is first guy to the ball there. You know, that's the way it's going to go. Not already call's going to go your way.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. They'll swing it outside. Withrow on the reception. And he'll be forced out of bounds up at the 46. A 7-yard catch and run for Anthony Withrow. Had a couple of big receptions early on in that first series that resulted in a New Oxford touchdown.
Caleb Smith's got to be careful there. Way out of bounds. Let the play end.
Third down and 3. Beans fires right, and boy, nice read by Adam Martin to jump the route. And really, it's a good thing that pass was a little wide. Intended for Withrow. Otherwise, Adam Martin might have had his second pick of the night.
Yeah, 6'5", and he's got long arms too, and he's able to get in there, disrupt that play. Caleb Smith's coming up in coverage too.
So the punt unit on for New Oxford. Britton Akins will punt it away. Caleb Schmitz stands at his own 20. 6:49 remaining third quarter. Schmitz with the fair catch at the 24.
Warwick's able then to survive the no call on the fumble. Defense does its job, gets the ball back. Now Joey McCracken's got to settle in here into this quarter. Confidence in your receivers, confidence in your line. Joey McCracken almost always has this kind of style about him where he looks so relaxed in the pocket when he takes the initial snap. Haven't seen that so much in this quarter. Got to find that flow and kind of just settle in.
Bootleg fires, and Cooper Eckert with the catch. Penalty flag is going to be down as well, as Eckert able to shed a tackle and pick up a first down up to the 36, but will it stand? Ineligible receiver downfield against Warwick.
Sometimes this happens, a play like this. It was a great play fake initially, takes some time to develop, and all of a sudden you got a line that's kind of drifting.
Downfield, number 54 on the offense. 5 yards, replay first down.
So the 5-yard penalty will put it at the 19.
Well, either way, if you're looking for Joe McCracken to get going here, you're happy to see a nice play like that. Moving his feet, outside the pocket, delivering a strike.
The penalties have picked up here for Warwick in the third quarter. I don't know, the busted play is Miller went one way, McCracken turned the other, and McCracken carries it up to the 20 for a 1-yard gain. It'll bring up second down 14.
So here you are. Nope. Okay, I'll do this myself. So just when it looks like they're celebrating that Warwick's getting some rhythm going offensively, even on play of the penalty, and they're going the wrong direction.
6 minutes remaining, third quarter. Still a 2-point Warwick lead. McCracken looking for Schmitz, and he is going to be pulled down at the 15-yard line by the senior LaDamian Williams.
Damian's kind of lurking through here, slices through the blockers, and then just attacks, closes it down.
Third sack of the season for the 5'10", 230-pound senior.
Is this drive gone in the wrong direction or what?
Third and 18. McCracken firing downfield. Caleb Schmitz goes up, makes the catch, and he's got the first down. Wow, what a grab.
It's an athlete right there. Just goes way up in the air to secure this thing too. Watch him sky for it. Look at the coverage. Look at the coverage looking around going, he did what? Caleb Schmitz.
Ooh.
And time again, when this Warwick team needs somebody to make a big play on offense or defense, it seems to be 34 is the man they turn to.
Yes, indeed.
Special teams too, for that matter.
Yeah. So a big conversion and a first down for the Warriors. Colton Miller. Well, he is not an easy man to bring down. He shows it on that one. He got 3, but he could have been hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, and he's got the strength and the patience. And luckily, when you got an offensive line as good and experienced, even with one injury tonight, as Warwick has, you can afford to be a little patient back there.
McCracken rolling left. He'll turn the corner and be forced out of bounds. Let's see where they marked him out.
I believe he's going to be a little bit short. I'll tell you what, man, these boys, both sides, really getting after it. This is such a great playoff energy. The way these guys are finishing every tackle. Look at the way it goes sideline to sideline. And who is it, of course, Dylan Forbes.
Yeah, I tell you, his acceleration and his closing speed is incredible. Both defenses really doing a nice job of cutting off the corners.
Both coaches will be so proud of the effort of both teams.
Third down and 2. Colton Miller wants to go right, cuts back inside, and he's got the first down as he dives to the 49-yard line. And, you know, so many times when you talk about a running back, they talk about vision. And, again, like you said earlier, his patience, but then his vision downfield to follow his blockers and see whatever opening is available and then take advantage of it.
I'm telling you, and being as tall as he is, it's so unique for a running back. You know, even when he's down in his crouch, he can see over the backs of these linemen and really be able to pick up the next set of would-be tacklers.
First down for Warwick at the 49. 3:15 to go, third quarter. Quick out where it's caught by Thatcher Miller and able to surge forward to pick up a couple of extra yards down to the 40 for a 9-yard gain.
That's what you love. A well-executed play, quick toss, McCracken, get it out of the pocket, and then let your big man pick up the yards with his muscle. This is what Warwick can do, and just wears down defenses. I mean, he took Ben Lease for a ride.
And that's where some of the size of some of these Warriors could come into play. Schmitz and Thatcher Miller both at 6'4" as well. On 2nd and 1, McCracken keeps it. He's got a first down. Lost the ball, but they're going to rule him down at the 31.
Still good hustle, Thatcher Miller, to make sure he's the one on top of that football. Take a look at this play fake from Joey McCracken. He makes Britton Akins just quit on the play. Watch 42. Oh, forget it. It's gone.
Ooh, that was close.
Another one that's very close.
Yes, indeed.
As long as they're air on the side of down, I guess both teams can't complain. His elbow, I think his elbow's hitting the ground as that ball pops out.
And it looked like his right knee was down as well.
But I'll tell you, at the speed, it's a gutsy call for the refs to come right in and call it.
Yep. But the correct call. First down for Warwick. McCracken swings it outside. Cooper Eckert following his blocks, takes it inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line for an 8-yard gain.
Great effort by Eckert, slicing through, getting ready for the impact. I'm telling you, it's reached that time of the game, moisture around the ball. The way that New Oxford tackles, you just wouldn't be surprised to see a ball pop out every time. These guys really crash down the football, get a helmet on the ball, get a fist on that ball.
2nd and 2 as McCracken again looking over the Colonial defense. Colton Miller. Oh, look at him. Bowling his way down to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Warwick. And now I think we're starting to see, this is what Warwick wants to do, is control the ball, try and wear down New Oxford. Because the best way to do that is keep Connor Beans off the field.
Definitely. That's a playoff run. Such a strange season, a shortened regular season, a shortened preseason. A playoffs where you have about half the bracket you normally would or less. That's a run that you want to see in the postseason. Great effort from Colton Miller.
1st and goal from the 6. And McCracken wants to throw. Fires it outside, and Cooper Eckert can't pull it in.
Just a little wide for number 11. He had some other options in the end zone, but this is the most open guy, but just got a little bit away from him.
36 seconds remaining. Yeah, Eckert makes that catch. It's a touchdown. Again, a 2-receiver set for the Warriors. Inside give, Colton Miller, and able to slip out of the tackle of Torben Akins and take it to about the 2. And Warwick does not even have to run a play. And they might just let the 3rd quarter expire. In fact, McCracken and the Warriors are starting to head towards the sideline. So the final seconds will tick off here in the 3rd quarter. A scoreless 3rd quarter. When we return to Lidditz, 3rd and goal for Warwick. It's the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships at the end of 3, 14-12 Warwick. Welcome back into Joe Grosh Field in Lidditz. The PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championships here on Blue Ridge 11. Eric May, Mike Straub, so glad to have you along on this, what was a warm evening at kickoff, but has cooled off considerably here as we get set for the 4th quarter. Warwick looking at a 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Colton Miller now over 100 yards rushing tonight. Imagine he follows Nolan Rucci in the end zone right here.
in tight on the line. McCracken will throw it on third down, rolling to his right, under pressure. Just got it off, but nearly picked off. And it was ruled a forward pass, and it goes incomplete. So now decision time here for Warwick. Do you send Tanner Haynes on for a field goal attempt, or do you try for the touchdown? But look at the pressure by Peyton Mathis.
He's just fortunate he doesn't get intentional grounding, I guess, outside the pocket. But, I mean, the deflections keep that from finding out whether or not it reaches the line of scrimmage.
Well, here we go. 4th and goal. Warrior offense remains on the field. McCracken gives it to Colton Miller, and let's see, there's no call. New Oxford says they stopped him, and indeed they did at the 1.
It looked like Caleb Schmitz was trying to call timeout.
Yes, I saw that.
So you kick yourself that maybe you didn't go for 3, but if he doesn't get it, you see there Caleb Schmitz, he's looking for the referee trying to call a timeout.
Yeah.
But regardless, now you at least forced New Oxford to start inside the 1-yard line. Your defense has been good enough tonight. They have another good stop in them here.
New Oxford, needless to say, with their backs against the wall on this series. Beans to throw it on first down, airing it out, and it is caught. Oh. Well, they go right up top, and Connor Herring with the reception, first down. New Oxford all the way out to the 33-yard line.
That's unbelievable. So I'm sitting here in this end zone, watch Nolan Rucci enter your picture right here. And that play call is, let's just throw it to a sideline and let one of our good receivers chase one down, and that's exactly what they do. Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, fortunately, Tanner White was able to wrap him up. Otherwise, that might have been a 99-yard touchdown.
Well, it was that one move that Herring made to separate him from White and make the reception and put New Oxford at the 33. And Schaefer fighting his way up to the 37. Or excuse me, Dylan Forbes.
Seeing how good he is at closing down space, tackling people. Let's have him close down some space, run the ball. Look at him here, stays up, still not down. That play had kind of a weird look like after the whistle kind of contact to it, but he was just finding ways to stay up, his knees off the ground.
280 yards rushing on the season, but 7 yards a carry. Here's Hunter Schaefer getting to the outside and forced out of bounds at the 44. It'll be good for a New Oxford first down.
Flag out there.
Yeah. Oh, and it's going to come back. It's going to go against the Colonials.
Style points for clearing that.
And they stuck the landing.
Holding against the offense, number 11. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. We're going to replay second down.
That's huge for Warwick. Feel like everything going the Colonials' way here after they got that massive stop on fourth down. Yeah, I think it's in there on.
Yeah, got it on Herring. Fires it outside where the pass is caught. Josh Bethis on the reception. That's his first. Senior wideout.
Just the third penalty tonight on New Oxford.
3rd down and 13. We'll see how big that penalty is depending on this play. Beans gets hit, and coming back to make the catch is Herring. And he's got the first down.
Oh, man.
Well, the hit on Beans made the ball just hang up there, but Herring saw it and made the adjustment to come back and make the catch.
And then there's a block waiting for him that springs him to the sideline on top of that. We talked about the hit that Beans takes right here. The ball is just floating through the air. And Herring comes back to it. There's the big block. The Colonials saying we've got some life.
From the 44, Forbes with a 5-yard carry up to the 49-yard line. Yeah, you got to think that stop on 4th down was the shot in the arm that the Colonials needed, because they have responded on this series. 2nd and 5. Beans rolling to his left, running to the sideline and out of bounds. He'll be about a yard or two short of the 1st down marker. Bring up a 3rd and 1.
Beans doesn't put it down and run too often. Great read here. That whole side of the field opens up for him.
9:20 remaining in the ball game. Fake Beans will keep it.
Wow.
Oh, he got just taken over by about 4 Warwick defenders.
Huge play by the Warwick defense. What a response here as they find penetration in a big way. Connor Beans has got nowhere to go. And he is not the kind of runner who's going to move that pile on his own.
Warwick got a great push off the line, but they're going to mark his progress. And it's going to be 4th down and 2. Beans will throw it. Fires outside and caught. Thread the needle. And Anthony Winthrow comes up with the catch.
Schmitz comes flying through. Eckert's in fine coverage. And somehow it reaches its intended destination.
Wow.
That's a great throw by Beans.
Gives the Colonials a 1st down at the 37. And Beans will put it up out in the flat. Withrow on the catch, turns the corner, and will be wrestled to the turf down at the 24.
The Warriors got to regroup here. You've seen exactly what New Oxford likes to do. Kind of dink and dive here, set you up with these short ones, then take a shot deep. Got to ask their guys up front to create some pressure, disrupt this rhythm that Cooper Beans is suddenly in. Connor Beans.
First and 10 at the 24. Beans gives it off. Schaefer will get tripped up after a 2-yard gain.
This has been a long drive. Think about it, started back at the 1.
Yeah. Beans looks left, now throwing right. Throwing toward the end zone and intended for Lease.
Good coverage by Cooper Eckert. And he's caught in that bad spot where he's not looking back at the ball. If that's underthrown, you know, they almost always throw the flag. He's just there enough that really Lease had no shot at that.
3rd and 9. Beans going for the sideline and too far, intended for Connor Herring. And now we got to go back to, again, Mike, and you touched on this, the fact that New Oxford without Joshua Little, their kicker. And this was a guy that Coach Warner said was good from 35 yards in.
Well, this was an instant play call. I mean, he's got his man open, the pressure's coming, and they're looking for a big chunk of yards. And really, it's 4-down territory. I'm surprised they didn't stick with their 3-4 yard passes and let him go.
or put it on the ground and try and get some positive yards. And I think we got a whistle. I think New Oxford was calling for a timeout.
Wow.
And obviously the officials or the players didn't hear it, and the play resumed. But it is a timeout for New Oxford. And boy, did Connor Beans pay the price.
Trying to see if the coach is the one who called the timeout, because nobody on the field thinks it at all.
Well, you could see the side judge waving his arms just as the ball was snapped, but they did give New Oxford the timeout.
It's interesting.
So that's their first of the second half. Well, if you are looking for strategies to help grow your portfolio while simultaneously protect a portion of it from inevitable market fluctuations, it's time for you to learn more, and Chris Simon's the guy to help you with that. Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526. Don't forget that number, Simon Financial Services, 717-368-3526. When they got that timeout just in the nick of time, as Coach Jason Warner wants to talk it over with the offense. It is getting to crunch time here with 7:20 remaining. But boy, what an impressive drive by the Colonials. They had the shadows of the goalpost overlooking them.
Connor Beans tonight, 287 yards passing. His favorite target, Herring's got 96 yards with 2 touchdowns. See if they find him here.
Here we go on 4th and 9. And now a timeout used by Warwick. So a little chess match trying to figure out the alignments. And so Bob Locker using his first timeout of the second half.
Well, it's so smart. New Oxford doesn't run anything that is truly revolutionary. You've seen them now for 3+ quarters. Watch the way they line up. Take a look at, you've seen so many progressions tonight. You probably have a good idea where this play is designed to go. Now you take a minute, just tell your guy exactly what's going to happen.
Well, of course, Lease and Herring, his 2 favorite targets. But Anthony Withrow came into the game tonight with 11 receptions on the season. He's got 4 here tonight. So that's just another target that he has found.
4 catches, almost 60 yards.
So who does he go to here on 4th and 9? Beans looking to his right. Fires across. It is caught by Lease. It'll be 1st and goal for the Colonials.
It's a great catch by Lease. That's his first catch of this half. Nolan Rucci nearly gets to the quarterback again. And we've said it in a friendly way. Take a listen. And Caleb Schmitz loves the contact of this game. And this is a violent hit. But it also keeps Lease from the end zone. So you hope he's okay. He's played a great game.
And you can see how the wind could have been knocked out of Lease, and you heard it too with the audio. So they're attending to Lease. 7:15 remaining, but a big 4th down conversion for New Oxford, as Lease was able to find the opening down the middle, and Beans put it on the money.
It's an incredible job by Lease, finding that space in the field, and then Connor Beans just threading the needle to his guy. A huge 4th down.
I don't know what it is these last 2 nights, Mike, coming up with big 3rd down conversions, 4th down conversions. Colonials with a 1st and goal at the Warwick 3-yard line. Clock winding down to the 7-minute mark, and don't forget, this drive started at their own 1. Nothing going for Hunter Schaefer.
Dylan Forbes ended up flying back across the pile at the end of that. So much momentum from the Warriors here.
Ends up being a 2-yard loss. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Oh, Wildcat.
Double reverse. Withrow going for the end zone, and it is intercepted. And it is Adam Martin with his 2nd pick of the game, and that could be the biggest one of his career.
That's astonishing. You just finished saying they don't do anything revolutionary. You pretty much see what you're going to get with these guys. They go deep into the bag of tricks. You talked about the night that Withrow is having as a receiver. Well, that is an ill-advised throw. Double coverage back there. Nothing on it. Got to just take your losses and throw this thing to the parking lot. Instead, he throws it right up to the tallest man not named Nolan Rucci on the field.
Yeah, that was well read by the Warwick defense. There was 2 receivers, or excuse me, 2 cover men on Connor Beans, who was the intended receiver. So the Warriors come up with a huge turnover, and to no surprise, there's Dylan Forbes blowing it up again for a loss on the play.
Well, it's a great response, you know. New Oxford just has the wind out of their sails completely. They go 99 yards, and it's an interception from short yardage at the end zone. Well, nothing to worry about. Dylan Forbes steps right up, says tackle for a loss. We're not done, boys. Let's get to work.
I tell you, he has had one whale of a ball game. 2nd and 12. Warwick really needs to get a 1st down or 2 as well. And now McCracken going to air it out. Long for Caleb Schmitz, and it's overthrown.
I say in the first half that you can go back to that pot. He will be open. They try it again. And it looks like a carbon copy of earlier, just overthrows him. Hard to believe you can ever overthrow that guy. I mean, he is so fast.
Caleb knew he had the man beat. McCracken wishing he could get that pass back again. Now 3rd down and 12. You see the 3 receiver set to the right of McCracken. Lots of time, flushed out of the pocket. Damian Williams again applying pressure along with Forbes.
See, and there's a play that McCracken probably doesn't want to throw that ball away. Take the loss, run some clock down at least. I mean, it's hard to think about that in that moment.
Right.
But that's a great response from the New Oxford defense. And because Warwick went to the air on 2nd and 3rd down, very little time comes off the clock.
And so now Tanner Haynes asked to punt. New Oxford could get pretty good field position out of this. Haynes with a good kick.
Oh, wow.
Sends it over the head of the Colonials, and Schaefer will just catch it and then take a knee at the 35-yard line.
Colonials were lining up to bring the punt block too, and Warwick kind of quick snapped it. Got themselves set, snapped it really before the Colonials were set. So a well-executed special teams play, great punt. And forced these guys to reset and march down the field again.
So here we go, 5:14 left. New Oxford defense came up big, and they got the ball back into the hands of their senior quarterback. Beans with the pump, and he's going to be sacked back at the 27, and it's Nolan Rucci with the sack for the Warriors.
Well, Big Nolan has had a few close calls tonight. This time he throws a spin move on him, gets himself free, and finishes it with authority.
Oh. And again, Beans is not used to this. He was sacked one time during the entire season.
It's a great point.
Loss of 6 on the play, 2nd and 16. Beans airing it out. Open is Herring. Did he make the catch? No. Well, he caught it, but he was not in bounds. Wow, what great adjustment by Herring.
Yeah, Herring and Least both. I mean, they are so fun to watch. Every ball that's up in the air, they look. He's almost got it. I mean, they make everything catchable. Look at this, backing up, one-handed, tip it to yourself. I mean, he's almost got that foot down.
Yeah,
but he doesn't really catch it till there. That's the problem.
His left foot right there was
really
on the sideline.
Oh, great play.
Brings up now at 3rd down and 16. Beans airing it out, again going downfield, jump ball, and it is incomplete at the 39. White on the coverage again, looking for Connor Herring. And now New Oxford has no choice but to punt the ball away, and they're going to put their faith in their defense to get the ball back.
Now, last time out, good coverage that time from Tanner. Now, last time Warwick had the ball, they went for the home run. Be very surprised. Well, first they got to secure this punt. Get a whole bunch of Colton Miller once to get the ball back.
Britton Akins, high snap. Good high kick. And it'll spin to a stop at the 47-yard line. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in this District 3 5A semifinal. The winner advancing on to the championship game next Friday night in Shillington to take on the #1 seed Governor Mifflin Mustangs. And this Warwick Warrior team, there's if things remain the same and Warwick is able to hold on, we will have the game for you next Friday night. Colton Miller on 1st down. Again, just being patient, reading the blocks, and getting good positive yards on 1st down. This Warwick team came into the game averaging 44 points a game. This would be a season low if they're held to 14.
Yeah, anybody who was overlooking New Oxford in this game clearly hadn't made a drive out to Adams County this season. Not that I did, but these guys clearly well coached and plenty of talent. Big 1st down.
And a huge 1st down for Colton Miller to the 40. 7-yard pickup and a 1st down. And you said that Colton Miller is over 100 yards. And that is the 5th time this season that Colton Miller has surpassed 100 yards rushing. This is his 21st varsity start, and Colton Miller has 59 rushing touchdowns. I mean, almost 3 touchdowns a game. That is just incredible. And he'll get the ball yet again. And cutting it back inside for a 3-yard gain and a timeout.
Puts Colton up around 117 yards in this contest so far.
Well, his high is 234. He did that this year against Solanco on 18 carries. But with his 2 touchdowns here tonight, it's the 5th time in his career that he has scored 2 touchdowns in one game. Colonials use their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left. And you got to think, if you're the Warwick Warriors, another first down could really help them maybe win this ball game for them. But this New Oxford defense has risen to the occasion numerous times in this game tonight. And Coach Jason Warner's asking for one more.
Look at the way New Oxford's loading up the center now.
2nd and 7. Colton Miller trying to get outside. They just cannot solve how to handle Dylan Forbes.
He is an expert at that sort of just make contact around the knees and ankles, and down they go.
Just
Shed
getting
the block,
yeah. Wow, this guy is something else.
Really explodes out of his crouch.
New Oxford using their final timeout. Warwick facing a 3rd down and 8 with 2:54 remaining. Now the question is, should New Oxford get the ball back? We saw that Ben Lease was shaken up on that last series. Will he be able to come back? Because he is one of the big targets for these Colonials.
I'm trying to see if I can find him on the sideline.
Well, he was being attended to way at the scoreboard end earlier in this drive. Here we go on 3rd and 8. New Oxford showing blitz. Now they back off. McCracken out in the flat where a sliding catch is made by Caleb Schmitz at the 32. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Well, almost 3, about the 32.5-yard line.
The ball kind of dives on McCracken, and Schmitz is so smart, realizing I know I'm not going to need the 1st down, but I've got to secure this catch, keep the clock running. I mean, the guy just makes all the right decisions.
So a 4th down and 3, and Warwick's going to let the clock wind down, and then Bob Locker will use a timeout and talk things over whether to go for it on 4th and 3 or just try and let Tanner Haynes pin New Oxford deep in their own territory.
Well, that doesn't do you any good. We saw them bound at their own half-yard line. They went 99 yards and then took an interception in the end zone. If you got it, your line has done a great job this entire drive. Stay on the ground. Go to the left side of the line behind that guy who's just owned that half of the field tonight. And ask those guys to make one more big block tonight. Finish this victory.
The timeout stopping the clock with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. Well, first things first, Warwick's got to find a way to keep Dylan Forbes out of the equation.
He can't even stay in his huddle. He is constantly in motion.
Team leader in tackles. He had 10 tackles for a loss coming into the game tonight. He's probably had 3 or 4 more in the game. Yeah, of course, I don't have that stat, but we've called his name a number of times.
That's great. He wasn't in the huddle at all, so you don't have to tell him anything. Coach has no message for him. He knows exactly what to do.
So here we go, 4th and 3.
Put one up for Caleb Schmitz.
4-man front for New Oxford. Colton Miller. Oh, sir. Oh, and somehow he snuck under the defender and was able to dive forward for the 1st down.
Well, we talk about his patience, we talk about his height. Here he goes low, slides through the initial contact. Give credit to the offensive line too. They don't quit on these blocks just because they think their man is going down. Everybody sees this play through to the finish, and that's what allows Colton to kind of burst through right there.
Wow, that is great second effort.
It should be a game-securing first down.
Well, and so Warwick now can line up in that victory formation as New Oxford has no timeouts remaining. Well, Warwick cruised through the first 6 games of the season. We got a test from the Hempfield Black Knights a week ago, and boy, did they get a test here tonight from the Colonials of New Oxford.
Colton Miller, assuming he doesn't touch the ball again here, finishes with 119 yards on the ground, a pair of touchdowns. Wild to think that we didn't get any points in the second half, considering all those highlights in the first half.
And so the Warwick Warriors will advance to their first ever district final, and it'll be up in Shillington against the Governor Mifflin Mustangs. And a huge sigh of relief, I'm sure, from Bob Locker. Colton Miller with that last carry, diving forward and securing the win for the Warwick Warriors. What a tight ball game and a tremendous effort by New Oxford. And it came down to an interception that was the difference on an impressive drive late by New Oxford. There you go. The table is set now for the District 3 5A Championship next Friday night in Shillington, and we'll have it for you on Blue Ridge 11. Congratulations to the New Oxford Colonials on a tremendous season, but it'll end here in Lidditz. The Warwick Warriors on to the District 3 Championships for the first time ever in their program. Thanks for joining us here tonight. You've been watching the PIAA District 3 M&T Bank Football Championship. For Mike Straub and our entire team, I'm Eric May. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody.